is gone. Robinson's got it, and he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They give it to Anderson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go. 180.
Just beating the play clock is gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Goff now looking to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Slow.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. Taylor will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is down to 28-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Gone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Gone. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On second down, Taylor. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now it's Taylor, dancing to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Goff on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Goff. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Super one.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And an alley to run. A gain of 11 and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back to throw. Goff. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Goff now looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
So out come the Bucs now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now it's Taylor. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his... And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on second down is gone. That's caught by Meredith, right side. The 20, 10, touchdown LA! Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Rams add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gostkowski the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Pass incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They run. Anderson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, Anderson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Super one.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, 76.
3rd and 2. Goff. That's complete to Meredith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They run it again with Anderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Perry, the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 66 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Listen. 4 now.
Now Anderson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is gone. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Anderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hey, 5. 12.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Super 1.
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Obama.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.